are 17 miles as the crow flies to Mexico.
If you didn't know better, you'd think the name Sanderson means one way in and one way out. In a way, this landlocked tiny town is cut off from the rest of the world by the towering desert landscape. The saving grace is Old Highway 90, which is Main Street. It's here where the old Kerr's Mercantile building has stood watch over downtown Sanderson since 1929.
It's roughly 30,000 square feet. There's a third floor, a second floor mezzanine, a first floor, and then a half basement.
30,000 square feet, 4 floors, crammed with all kinds of merchandise and stuff. How many people in Sanderson, Texas?
It's gone from as low as 550 to as most as 800.
We basically take the whole block here.
Katie Roberts is the shopkeeper at the biggest store from San Antonio to El Paso.
This is my husband, Travis.
Along with her husband, Travis, they oversee what can only be described as an overwhelming, unbelievable inventory of, well, everything.
We are a full hardware store. We have everything you could possibly want to fix your house, clean your house, decorate your house, build your house, and if you can't find it here, they don't make it anymore.
There's no other way to put it other than breathtaking. A mom and pop like none other. There's pipes, paint, plumbing, parts, pocket knives, pottery, pots and pans, pet food, even pachyderms.
It's single file down these
We're
aisles.
We are one way in, one way out, so yes.
Just like the town.
We've got gold mining pans here. We've got anything off the wall that you can think of, we've probably got. We've got gold mining pans. We have plumbing fixtures from 75 years ago. If you need the lid for the toilet from your house in 1922, we can probably find it. Push that one right there.
Bring an open mind, a compass, and a flashlight when you come inside, where there's no such thing as obsolete.
Bus fuses.
They're not obsolete.
These are not obsolete in Sanderson, Texas. You got to have a box of these. You got to have them. Well, I don't think you can buy them in the box stores anymore.
See, I told you it wasn't obsolete.
I know. Thank y'all. Thanks, Billy. Y'all have a good day. Take care.
I'm from the Dallas area. She's from Chicago. We met in a restaurant, got married, and we stayed in the Dallas area for, well, until 2002.
But both sides of his family is from out here. And so for him, he tried for 20 years to get me out here.
You were coming home.
I was coming home.
He was coming home.
For her, it was just,
And
was
I
coming
wanted to
work.
show my kids that there was another way to live besides me first.
So we moved here with no job, no idea of what we were going to do. We just knew we didn't want to be in Dallas anymore.
For more than 100 years, Sanderson has existed to serve the mighty Southern Pacific. Now the railroad is leaving. It's a crushing blow to this town of 1,000.
We remember well that sad day more than 25 years ago as the last train pulled out of Sanderson and the old Santa Fe Railroad office closed for good. A few years went by and Travis's dad purchased the old Kerr's Mercantile building, a West Texas historic landmark, not knowing his own son would be the one to bring it back to life.
When the railroad left here, everybody moved. So 80 families left Sanderson all at one time, which was 70% of the population here.
It was a death sentence.
It was a death sentence for Sanderson. So when we moved here, there was 50 families left.
What did you think when they told you that they had bought this place and you were moving to Sanderson?
I was only about 4 at the time, but as a 4-year-old, seeing a building this big and knowing that it's yours, it was a lot of fun. Almost like walking through a time capsule.
Jesse is Travis and Katie's youngest son. He's practically grown up among the canyons of towering shelves and winding aisles.
People come in and it's like, we know we have it because we have one of everything. So we can find it. It might be later today, it might be tomorrow, or it might be, hey, we'll give you a call at the end of the week once we've figured out what box it's in, what room it's in, what corner of the building it's in.
We used to tell the kids, okay, someday this is going to be yours. And at 9 years old, my oldest one said, Mom, give it to the boys. This is too much hard work. I don't want them. So they think we're insane and glad we're not insisting they inherit it.
I think this store is the happiest place on earth. You never know what you're going to find. He has almost everything you could ever want, and if he doesn't have it, he knows how to get it.
We hear the same thing over and over. You're the coolest store we've ever been in. They get lost in the maze, and it's like,
I tease him, it's Hotel California. Here you can find your way in, but you can't find your way out.
I am horrible at technology, and my son calls one day from Amarillo, and he says, can you go to the back of the store? There's some lady posting on Facebook that she can't get out of the store. And I says, what? And she says, go to the back of the store. She's standing by the screws and nuts and bolts. She can't get out of the store. And I says, okay. So I walked to the back of the store, and I finally walked up on her, and she says, yeah, I can't get my way out of here. I've been trying and trying and trying. If my son hadn't been watching, she'd still be in the screw section.
You had to lead her out.
I had to lead her out to the car.
Through the maze, past the black hole. The reason we don't use carts here is because, one, the aisles are sometimes filled with inventory on the floor, but also we have a maze through here.
Similar to this.
This store was a landmark, and then it sat here, and it's a landmark again. How's that feel?
Very good. Very good.
You're emotional about that. Yeah. Why?
I feel that West Texas actually makes me feel more at home than when I was at home. I came to Texas, I never went back. Very fortunate.
They did the unthinkable, set up the biggest store in the smallest town. It's the kind of place where that compass and that flashlight sure do come in handy, along with an open mind and a few hours to spare. Travis and Katie Roberts aren't big on signs, but this place does, after all, have a name. Z-Bar Trading Company, a landmark for tourists and locals alike, on the only road in and out of Sanderson.
I think there's no place else like home, and this is home for us.
I love that story.
Me too, and we've got plenty more where that came from.
Just click on the subscribe button and keep traveling with us.